Welcome to Miko's Adventures. We did a quick trip to Toronto. We did like a 3-day trip to Toronto. We stayed at the Hilton. I got a good deal on the Hilton because my sister works there. So we got a little discount. While in Toronto, I also did rent a car. I used Next Rental Car. The rental car was pretty cheap. It was like 52 bucks. If you wanted to get their insurance, it would be an additional 60. However, we use Next Rental Car and they do put $1,000 hold on your card until it's returned. Um, but I like Next Rental Car. I usually use them a lot when I'm in the States. So basically, we went to a museum. We had to do Niagara Falls, and I wanted to take him to the CN Tower. I will share the museum vlog separate because it's so much. But here, I'm about to show you some clips of the tower. We also did the falls as well. At the CN Tower, what you can do, you can either pay for the pass to go up, which is about $35 per person, or you can do the dining experience. If you dine at the CN Tower, you can go to both levels basically for free. However, dining is expensive, but I to my surprise, the food was very good. So, dining for two-course meal is about 70 bucks. For the three-course meal, it was 95 bucks. But again, it was all about the experience. Now, Canada is expensive, of course. I think their dollar is equivalent to American 75 cents, something like that. It was expensive, but still affordable. Not like that Hawaii trip I had went on, courtesy of my sister. Hawaii was very expensive. Canada was not that much. At the CN Tower, I ordered salmon. My son ordered chicken. He said his food was good. Mine was good. And of course, we had an amazing view. The dessert, however, I don't know. It was all right. It was like a pumpkin cheesecake. It was just okay. But like I said, it was the experience overall that was great. And I definitely had a good time. I have came to the CN Tower before years ago. So, yeah, I think everything was kind of pretty much the same, I would say. They were doing a little construction when we were there, but everything was pretty much functional, so we did have a good time. Even though Canada is a busy city, Toronto, I should say, is a busy city. It wasn't like too much. Like it was busy, but it wasn't too much. We saw some squirrels, we saw some foxes. There's a lot of shopping happening. I'm telling you, you can just shop until you drop. We went to about 3 different malls. I can't remember the first two names, but they were basically like in the Toronto downtown area. We did go to one on the outskirts, and I believe the name of that mall was called Yorkdale. So, because the city that we stayed in, it was called Markham, I believe. So, this mall was near where our hotel was. Let's see what else we did. Niagara Falls. So, last time I went to Niagara Falls was 10 years ago, okay? And so a lot has changed, which it should have. They have built up a lot in the area. So they had casinos. They have a lot of children activities. I believe they had a movie theater. This is the parking lot where I was at. The man was out there feeding the fox. They have Skywell. There is the bridge going over to Buffalo, and this is Niagara Falls. So I did not go on the boat because it was cold. It was like 20 something or 30 degrees, and it was just cold, and I was just not feeling it. But my son, he did. He went down and he got on that boat. I viewed them from the Sky Dome. I believe that's what they call it. The Sky Dome to go up was, I believe, between $17 or $19. So you can just kind of catch an elevator up and view the falls from there. It was beautiful, as always. It's just beautiful. And I know at night, I'm telling you, everything is just lit up. The whole city. So you can go across that New York bridge to Buffalo. They have a few activities on the other side. If you do that, you will get a stamp. Surprisingly, my son was looking forward to getting a stamp, a Canadian stamp, but they did not give him no stamp, okay? He was a little disappointed. But if you do drive over, you will get that stamp. There he goes. So as we wrapped up at the falls, I wanted to try to go visit a few wineries. Now there's a lot of wineries on that Niagara on the lake. I believe that's what they call the area, which is not far. The problem was it gets dark at like 4:30. The sun starts setting. It's probably about 4:15. So we made it to this winery, and we get in there. They talk about their clothes. Okay, I was like, you got to be kidding me. So then we went over to another winery that wasn't too far away, maybe like 2 miles down the road or whatever. And again, this one closed, I believe, at 6. So we got there around 5-ish. They let me do 5 tastings. I guess the tasting was about $25. However, if you buy wine, you basically get a bottle. So I got 2 bottles, and that took care of my $25 wine tasting. Now, when we were out there, as you can see, the sun was about to start going down, and we heard a whole bunch of guns popping off, okay? I was like, who is shooting and why? So, we had to hurry up and get out of there. We drove back down to Toronto to an Italian restaurant. I would rate this a number 3. I was not pleased with it. This pizza cost $30. My son has expensive taste, but that wasn't quality. We did check out Tim Hortons. It was just okay. We had a donut, a breakfast sandwich, and I call it a salad bowl. I guess that's what it is. But other than that, we ate good. I can't really complain. The food tastes fresh. Didn't make me feel horrible like trash after eating it. So that was good. Overall, this was a good trip to Toronto. I highly recommend a weekend trip. As always, I thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace, YouTube.